Hello guys, Bernard here. This is an anime tier list, and if you know anything about anime, you know it's like one of the best ways to get to know someone if you're both like nerds. Since I'm a nerd, as you can see by the mask and this Akatsuki drip I usually wear in my videos, I figured why not do an anime tier list? I mean, it should be fun, right? If you're wondering about the website and why it's not the normal one, I don't have Twitter, and you have to use Twitter account to get into the other one, so uh, I just used a random website and made an account for it and everything, just so I don't have to make a Twitter account because that's how much I don't like social media. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, I'm not sponsored by these guys. I just picked a random website, like I said. So, yeah. Let's start the thing, I guess. Alright, this is unscripted, by the way. You'll be able to tell further down. First up, we got Full Metal Alchemist. Underrated show, to be honest with you. I mean, people like to take a dump on this one and praise the other one, which doesn't even need it. I mean, it's already near perfection. Why would you keep praising and bring it up? Like, come on, man. Give the other one some love too. It's the first one that came around, man. Like, without that one, what would the other one be? Slower paced, with some scenes that they cut out just because they felt like it was unnecessary. Maybe it would be better. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I like the series. I like it. It's got a different ending. I kind of fell off when they got to that island and just meet that uh, thing. I'm not sure what it is. It's in the last opening for it. It does that cool little kick spin thing. I don't know what it is. I forgot. It's been so long since I've seen it, but I liked it. I liked what I saw, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put her in A tier because yeah, it's just that good. I don't have a clever joke for that. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I mean, there's not much to say. It's basically perfect. So there's a reason it's on almost everyone's anime list. Like, come on now. All right, I'm gonna put this right here because I already know what number one and two are. In fact, let me get number one and two real quick. Oh, it's number two right here. Gintama, funniest anime I've ever seen. Funniest anything I've ever seen. Like, if you want a good laugh, Gintama's the place to go. Skip the first two episodes. Like, not just that, but it's a tearjerker sometimes, which is really cool because like you could be laughing one moment and then it still manages to make you feel some type of way the next, without like, like getting whiplash from it. Really interesting. But yeah, Gintama, fantastic show. Can't recommend it enough. I also can't blame if you can't get into it. Even if you do skip the first two episodes, you totally do, because first two episodes suck. But yeah, skip the first two episodes. If you can't get into it, I don't blame you, because it is a sense of humor. You got to be that type of guy to get it. So yeah, you're not into that type of humor, it's cool. It's funny to me. That's all that really matters right now. All right, let's get number one in here, shall we? Cowboy Bebop. Some of you guys might be mad that I put it this high up. But you know what? I don't care. I like it. This anime made me rethink how I make lists of anime because I couldn't use numbers anymore because it's didn't really want to put anything really above Kintama, but I'm sorry, Cowboy Bebop kind of overtook it. These are honestly interchangeable, these two, but I don't know. Cowboy Bebop just it's different. It hit different, yeah. Not really much to say about it. It's just really good. Go watch it. It's a lot easier to get into than Gintama. I can tell you that. It's great. Just go watch it. Just go watch it. Let's talk about Pokemon. All right, we got Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. If you're wondering why it's Diamond and Pearl, I couldn't give you a complete answer. I heard X and Y was pretty good. Remember watching it as a kid. Also remember watching this as a kid. I think the only one I actually completed was Indigo League and the Orange Islands and all that crap. So yeah, not really sure why I put Diamond and Pearl specifically. I love Paul. I love Paul. I think that's why. I think it's just because Paul is why I put it on here. I'll put it in B. No particular reason. It's just really good. Paul's just a really good character. I'll take him over Gary any day. To be completely honest with you. All right, now I got this goofy Scouter over my mask. Let's get the Dragon Ball series out the way before it falls off. All right, first up we got Kai. Kai. Not much to say about it. I love it. I watched it growing up. I grew up with it in the OG Dragon Ball, so that's the kid I am. Didn't grow up with Z. Sorry to disappoint anyone who's disappointed by that for some reason. Didn't mean to put that there. Whatever. Next up, we got Z. Couldn't find a good poster for it. Got Z Kakarot. Shut up. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna put this right next to Kai because I only saw the Boo Saga for it, which was really good. I liked the filler in it, honestly. Like, kind of disappointed they took it out in Kai, but you know, whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. I think Geekdom 101 put it best. If you want to see, if you're a Dell watcher or you're a kid and you just want to see what Dragon Ball's all about, watch Kai. But if you're a hardcore fan or you just want to see what is Dragon Ball was all about back in the day, watch Dragon Ball Z in the sub because that's when the voice actors in Japan were in their prime. Same for the voice actors in America on Kai. They were in their prime then. Alright, we got Dragon Ball Super now. Upon looking over this series again, gotta say, a little disappointed. I think the only good arc, objectively good arc, is the Tournament of Power, which is unfortunate because I actually like the Goku Black arc. But I gotta admit, they kind of dropped the ball like halfway through, which is not a good look. So into the C tier you go. Super sorry, not sorry. Dragon Ball has basically become a merchandise show, which is unfortunate since it used to be a really good show about martial arts and how to live life, like the OG right here. Now, of course, you know I gotta put the OG up in S tier, man. I grew up with this show, man. Well, it didn't grow up with me, but I grew up with it, and you know, all these morals in the show, I didn't really let go today. It might be why I'm kind of a meathead, but you know what? I don't care. I'm still a little smart. Got a little stuff going on, yeah. Yeah, Dragon Ball OG. Watch that before you watch anything else, too. OG Dragon Ball's where it's at, man. Dragon Ball GT. If you know about Dragon Ball, you know why I'm putting this down here. It's not F tier because Baby's in it, and Super Saiyan 4 is in it, and Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, all that stuff, all the good stuff is in it, is why it's not F. But yeah, it's still the Violet Evergarden. Yeah, really switching it up from Dragon Ball, am I right? Oh man, this show is fantastic. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous, almost every frame, bro. Like, it's not even just the animation that's beautiful. It's like the storytelling and like, I'm not into lovey-dovey stuff, that drama stuff, but this show knows how to do it without making it cringe, which I wish I could say for literally any American drama ever. So I'm gonna slide this in S tier because it just deserves to be an S tier because it's just that good. Oh, what's next? Dang, I already covered the bottom, huh? Hunter x Hunter. I would kind of be disrespecting myself if I didn't put this in SS plus tier because I've seen this, I've rewatched this like 5 times, the whole series, which might not seem like a lot to some people because, you know, they'd be watching like long anime like One Piece, probably rewatch that, but you know what? I don't really want to put in SS tier either. Some stuff in it I don't really care for. I think it's just because it's, you know, let me stop there. This isn't a review of Hunter x Hunter. I'm gonna just keep it in the SS tier. Kame ga Kill. We got our first bad anime on the list. Ooh nah, buddy boy. I don't know what that was. Yeah, no, Kame ga Kill. I think. It's one of the worst anime I've ever seen. It's got the worst ending I've ever seen. Literally killed everyone, and not in a nice, sweet way like Rogue One. It's just just because it's ending and they didn't know, the animation studio didn't know how to end it because the manga was doing something else, but they wanted to cancel the show, so they just ended it in the worst way possible. Also, it's a really bad thing when you don't know who the main character is. I honestly don't know who the main character is. Like, Akame's name is in the title, but they follow this kid, or not a kid, but this dude. Like, I forgot his name. It's like it starts with a T. It's like Tatsuki or something, Tatsuniki or something. It's something dumb, but like it follows him. I can't tell if he's the main character or Akame, because Akame's the one with the family in the show, but he doesn't have family. It's really weird. All of it's really weird, and I can't remember anyone's name except Akame. I only remember hers because her name's in the title. Yeah, bad show. Don't recommend it. Speaking of shows whose names I can't remember, I actually like Code Geass. Unlike Akame ga Kill, it has a really great ending, and I really like it. Not sure where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I like Code Geass, but if I had to pick between that and Death Note, I would always choose Death Note, bro. I don't know. It may just be because I like that was one of my first anime, but dude, I've rewatched Death Note too many times to be honest, and I've rewatched Code Geass 0 times. Like people say that Code Geass is like a smarter show than Death Note. Okay, I don't disagree with you, but like, I don't know. I like Death Note more. I'm not gonna put in SS. Ooh, nah. I like it. I don't like it that much. Maybe I do like it that much. I don't know. Neither do you, but it doesn't matter because it's going in S. Next anime. I think it's time we get to this one. Naruto Part 1. Really great anime. Really, really great. Technically the first manga I ever got, but I don't like to count it because I didn't even know you should read it backwards. So I count Dragon Ball as my first manga. Where am I gonna put it though? I'll put it in A. You know, all three of the big three have their flaws, even part 1 in Naruto, so you know. It's great. It's not perfect, so I'm just putting A. Solid anime. If that's your first anime, good on you. You grew up in the big three age, I suppose. Speaking of big three, I think it's time we talked about Bleach. You know, it's my first anime, so I'm gonna not be biased towards it actually, and I'm gonna just put it down here in B. B for Bleach. And it's not because of the quality of the overall anime, it's mostly because of all the filler. If the show had less filler, I think it would be better. And unfortunately, the longest arc had the most filler, and it also had the driest art style. Like the first arc, the Substitute Soul Reaper arc, like it has a goofy art style, cartoony art style. It's cool, it's good. At least it's unique. Then you got Soul Society arc. It's my personal like second favorite art style in all of Bleach. It's a little more modern, a little more serious, you know, if that's the right word, but it's better, to be honest, than the first one. And then you get to Arankar arc. Now, the invasion of Katakura Town, that art style in the anime, the animation, I don't know to count it as animation or art style, but whatever it was really good. Then you get to the fake Katakura Town art in Hueco Mundo. I don't know, it was kind of bummy. I already didn't like the fake Katakura Town art because like it dragged on for way too long, and had a bunch of fights that really didn't mean anything because they just won every single fight. And of course, it had the driest art style, so that didn't help matters. And then they got, what was it? The Zanpakuto Rebellion arc and the one with the princess or whatever. Yeah, both bad arcs. Don't care what you say about the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. It's bad, whether you like it or not. So yeah, it kind of struggles a lot. Still love Bleach though. Still always loved Bleach. That's why I got this. This is the first mask I ever got. That's why it's so crusty and cracked. I just got this sword today actually. Ooh, I like the feel of that. Yeah. Nice. Got chains on that junk and everything. Anyway, Bleach, yeah, Rhaegar arc, good filler arc to be honest. Only good filler arc. And Fullbring arc, best arc in the anime because it's the only one without filler, unless you count the Rhaegar arc. But don't count that because if you do, then Fullbringer has filler. No, it doesn't. Anyway, let's talk about the second part of Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War arc. This is the first time I actually bought like a lot of manga for a series. It's alright in the manga. The anime, dude, I gotta put this up here, man. It shouldn't be up there, but I can't help but put it up there because, like, I don't know, dude. It would feel not only would it feel disrespectful to not put it up there, but bro, like, it's like Bleach is finally getting the recognition and love it deserves, and it's beautiful. It's glorious. I absolutely love it. Everything about this 1,000 Year Blood War. We're only 8 episodes in as of me making this video, and dude, so good, so good. Ooh, made me jump a little. That was a little sus. Let me not do that again. All right, what we got next? We'll do the second part of Naruto now, I suppose. Naruto Shippuden. Now, don't let this mask and this Akatsuki drip fool you. I don't really like the second part of Naruto at all. Like, it was pretty boring for the most part in the beginning, to be honest, and then it didn't help in the war, the last arc war or whatever. It continued the trend of being boring until near the end. Didn't like Sai's character. Kind of dry, just like his skin. Yeesh. The animation was dry the whole show. I don't know what happened at Shueisha, but it was like the Aranka arc of Bleach, but even drier somehow. Pain arc, I do love the pain arc. There are good things about it. I love the pain arc until that last fight. I do love the pain arc. I love a lot of the characters introduced. Mostly the Akatsuki I absolutely adore. Toby, as you can see, Itachi. I guess I don't adore any others because I can't even remember their names, but yeah, no, Madara is the Chad. I love Madara. Yeah, a lot of the characters introduced I love. Don't like how they shafted the characters I loved in the first part though. That is rather unfortunate. A lot of the characters. I ain't gonna say most because it's a lot of them. Especially Rock Lee, my favorite character in part 1. Did not get what he deserved. He deserves so much better, and he didn't even get it. Where am I gonna put this? No, it's not Dragon Ball Super bad. I'll put it in B. Alright. Next we got... Great. Next, we have the best anime ever. Gotta be right back at ya. Obviously, it goes above every other anime because the dub is just so good. That was a really bad Spanish accent impression. Holy crap. Yeah, it goes above everything else. It's just that good. If I were to rank it seriously, though, I would have to use Hoshi no Kabi, which is the subversion for those who don't know. If I can find it. Hoshi no Kabi. It's pretty good, honestly. Like, even if you do take it seriously, it actually is pretty good. It's kind of hard to take it seriously though. But yeah, any Kirby fans who haven't watched it, definitely watch it. Don't know why you haven't if you haven't, but definitely recommend. Of course, the dub is in a league of its own, but the sub, it takes itself a lot more seriously, and for what it does, I think it's great. Honestly, if I were to make a Kirby anime, I would not make Nightmare the main villain, or King Dedede. Make Dark Matter the main villain, because it only makes sense. I'll put it in A. Yeah, I'll put it in A. I feel like I'm giving out A's too often. No, I take that back. It's just enough. Alright, what we got now? We got Sonic X. Alright, let's get Sonic X out here, I guess. I'm talking... No, I'm not. I would talk about the subversion, but I didn't even get halfway through the first season on that, so I guess I'm talking about the dub. We'll just slide that down here. It has so much potential, and they didn't use it correctly. They could have did so much with it in the dub. I'm speaking of the dub, but you know, I don't know what the hell a Metarex is, but they brought out Dark Shadows. I mean, Sonic. I'm going off on a weird tangent for some reason. I'm gonna just stop talking about it. Sonic X is a weird show. I hope Sonic Prime is a lot better. My hero, honestly, I did what a lot of other people did and fell off after season 3. No. Not season 3, season 4. I fell off after before the last episode of season 4. I came back to see if it was done yet, and it turns out there was only one episode left. So after I watched that, I switched to the manga, which is really good. Honestly, the art. Sometimes I'd say rivals One Punch Man art. That's no cap. I fell off at like season 3. I'll put this in B. I'm sorry, it's season 4. You know what I meant, though. What we got now? Attack on Titan. I gotta rewatch this, not because it's so good, but because I didn't know what the hell is going on half the time. This is one of the first anime I watched and subbed, so my childish little monkey brain could not handle subtitles yet. And I didn't understand what was going on at the time, but it looked pretty good, so I just kept going along. Of course, the latest season, I know what's happening. And I didn't need a recap, I just know what's happening. You don't really need to know what happened before to know what's happening now, to be completely honest with you. Of course, you need to know the characters, but, you know, besides what I'm trying to say. Whole thing, though, it's really good. It's really good. A tier. Because while other people put in S or SS, I don't know. I don't have that same love for it that other people do. I almost don't understand it at all. Like, it's great, but y'all be overhyping shit, I swear. Speaking of overhyping shit, no game, no life. Oh boy. This game, this anime, you love it or hate it, is no in between. Yes, there is, because I only like it. Honestly, I forgot a lot of what happens. I remember the movie and trying to find a place to watch it, and it came out on Netflix, and I watched it. It was pretty good. A little weird, but it was pretty good. I don't know if I want to piss people off that much. I'll put it in B. I'm putting it in B, guys. Don't get mad. 7 Deadly Sins. Oh boy. Look at you. You had so much potential and you threw it away. Jeez. Alright, so 7 Deadly Sins is kind of like One Punch Man, where like the animation was great at first, and then the animation fell off and people fell off, but the story got better when the animation got worse, unfortunately. So, well, unlike One Punch Man, the animation is actually bad in 7 Deadly Sins. So, I'm gonna put this in B too. Honestly, I really like the story. I would say just go read the manga. I personally haven't read the manga, but I would say just go read it, because if you don't want to put up with really shoddy animation and artwork, then just read the manga at that point. Like, I've been playing with the idea of doing that, but I haven't really gotten to it because I don't have a place to read it legally. Assassination Classroom. Really, really solid anime. Two problems I have with it. First of all, why are high schoolers in space? From high schoolers from a really bad high school at that in space, they can't even talk proper English. That's my first problem, but it's pretty ignorable. My second problem is the ending. It goes on for so long. It's really sad. It almost brought a tear to my eye, but I couldn't let it out because he just kept going on with the names. I swear, I've never even heard of half those students before. Those boys were skipping class because I ain't never seen them in my entire life until that point. Like, jeez, dude. Don't call out the people who nobody knows, including you. I don't know how you knew them, but they didn't exist before. I'd probably put it in S if it wasn't for the ending. Because I was taking it serious, not because it's bad, but I was just taking it serious at first, and then he just kept going on with names and characters I didn't even ever see before, and I just kind of started laughing. You know what? I'll put it at the top. Can I put it? Nope. All right. I guess I'm gonna. Oh crap. Top of A tier for Assassination. Yeah. Nice, solid anime. Parasite. Oh boy, another solid anime. RDC was absolutely right. Nobody in this show has a good time, man. I wouldn't be having a good time either, not gonna lie. I remember her, him, and her. I only remember her because she told a baby to shut up and it actually shut up, which was pretty funny. But yeah, great anime. Of course, I remember the Parasites too. Yeah, great anime. Definitely recommend watching. It's worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. A tier. I'm really giving A tiers away. I don't know. I mean, A tier. A is kind of like. I like it. I like it. It's a watchable anime, a recommendable anime. Is what A tier is. So, I guess all those anime belong there. Not this one though. You ever seen that meme? I guess it's a meme where like some guy he gets pulled into the suction vortex of a propeller on a boat and his guts go everywhere flying in the water. That's this anime right here. Another. It's pretty fun. It's like a mystery anime. It's a thriller, a horror type thing. You can watch it if you want. I wouldn't be mad if nobody else watched it though, so I'm gonna put it in. No, I'm gonna put it in C. It's it's good, but it's not that good. I'll put this down here. There's a lot of shows on here better than Dragon Ball Super, man. I can't lie. Death Parade. I love this show. I remember somebody showed me an OVA. It's like Death Village or something. And he told me there's an anime for it. And I went to watch the anime. I was like, "Oh, this is really good." I like the OVA too. The OVA was also great. But this show, it's great. It's fantastic. Like, it's a really interesting concept of what happens after death. It's really interesting. And you play a game after you die, and I honestly, it's been years since I've seen it, so like I think it's like a moral thing to see if you'll cheat or whatever. It's either if you win or lose, you go to hell or heaven, or if you cheat or not, you go to hell or heaven. I honestly can't remember, but yeah, that's Death, whatever, Parade. Really good. I know I just kind of made a joke about his name, but it's really good. Would recommend. Is it A tier? No, it's not A tier. I would recommend it still though. In fact, hold on. I do have more to say about Shippuden, more good things. I just don't because I'm not trying to make this video too crazy long, although I'm pretty sure it already is crazy long. I don't have a timer on me, so I can't tell. Anyway, Akira. Everyone praises this this movie for its animation, and only its animation. I've never heard it praised for anything else. And when I watched it, I didn't know. Okay, I understood what was going on, but at the same time, after a while, it just got lost upon me what the hell was even happening anymore. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, I would still see it. Like, the animation is absolutely gorgeous. Like, oof, man. What did they use? Like, what was it? It was 20 frames per second? 20 frames of animation, I mean? It was something like that. Something crazy like that. And it looks absolutely stunning, the whole movie. But, yeah. A little confusing to me. Might just be because I have a small brain, but whatever. I'll put it in B just so to keep people happy. Jujutsu Kaisen, one of the only modern anime that I actually like. Way better than the other one whose name shall not be mentioned on this list. I mean, it's got some banger music. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was Studio Mappa's first big shonen anime. And they did a fantastic job on it, bro. Like, it goes crazy with the animation. Can't wait for season 2 to come out so I can get back into it because I fell off the manga because was dealing with the same problem with Bleach's fake Katakura Town arc of dragging on for too long, except it was even worse because it was with characters that nobody even saw before instead of characters we at least knew. Like, ridiculous. But this isn't about the manga, it's about the anime. So as far as the anime goes, yeah, bottom of the bay tier I think is pretty good rate. Samurai Champloo. Okay, now this anime a lot of people would say is better than Cowboy Bebop, and I can definitely see why. There are moments in it that I absolutely adore, especially like the character moments, like with Reagan. Oh, no, let me look his name. I'm pretty sure it's Reagan, but let me be sure. Oh, it's Mugen. My fault. My fault. It's Mugen. And I'm not even gonna look up the nigga's name. I'm just gonna call him Glasses. Whoa, what the heck? Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Glasses. But Mugen, that one with that moment with the snare drum blaring in the background, he was getting his revenge on the chick and the dude who kind of cucked him over. That was that was an awesome moment, dude. And then the Glasses, that whole episode with him and the uh, uh, that was honestly a really sweet episode. I liked it to the end. The characters were all of the characters were great in that episode, and really the reason I don't like it as much as Cowboy Bebop per se is because the ending, mostly because of the ending. Because if you don't know, the same guy who made Cowboy Bebop made Samurai Champloo, and the ending.
Spoiler alert, nigga.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just feel like they should have died. Like they don't. You see in the credits, they're all walking perfectly fine, bro. They should have died, dude. Like it really felt after seeing Cowboy Bebop and watching the ending, and I'm like, bro, I can tell you're trying not to make it like the ending for Cowboy Bebop, but come on, dude. Unfortunate that they didn't die, because honestly, it would have been similar to Cowboy Bebop. But you know what? At least it would have been. It would have made sense at least. Like it was pretty realistic up to that point. I don't remember what injuries they got. I just know they got deadly injuries that should have got them killed. But anyway, I put it in S tier anyway, as you can see, because it's still great all around. So, all right, next show, Yu Yu Hakusho, another S tier, classic anime. If you haven't seen it, why not? What are you doing with your life? If you've seen Hunter x Hunter but not Yu Yu Hakusho, why? Yu Yu Hakusho was a classic. Garden of Words. I think it was the first standalone anime movie I ever seen. I mean, it's alright. I mean, it looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. I'm trying to think of other things to say than in the anime. It just looks gorgeous because I know I'm saying that a lot, but it does. Like it genuinely does. The story is kind of weird. It's about this guy and this he used to be a student of a teacher. I'm pretty sure. And they're like in love, and it's like summer, and when it's winter, I don't know. I can't remember the whole plot. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I still would recommend for you to see it. I don't know. Student-teacher relationships. This is just not my thing. Prison School. Speaking of student, no, actually, no, that doesn't make sense, but whatever. Prison School. I did not laugh as hard as I did with Gintama, and it definitely doesn't have like any tearjerker moments. It's just purely funny. There's a word for anime like this where it's like a pervy anime, but you know what? I don't know the word, so I don't really care. B tier. There's nothing like really special about it. It's just a really funny anime. Like if you want a good laugh and a short anime, that's the anime to go. It's Prison School. Soul Eater, classic anime. If you didn't see when you were young, I don't know if I can recommend it to you now because it doesn't really hold that same magical appeal that it does when you were young. But you know, I'm gonna put it in S. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of S tier because I feel like it's definitely something that you should see. It's a classic, bro. Like, honestly, the ending, people complain about the ending, but if you read the manga, I feel like the ending in the manga is a lot worse because they both leave you wanting more, but the manga feels just a genuine cliffhanger. Like, I'm not trying to spoil nothing. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but I feel like it's a cliffhanger, and he never continued it. He did Soul Eater Not, which apparently was a prequel. I didn't watch it. It seems doogie, not gonna lie. Then he made Fire Force, which I fell off after 2 episodes, so don't make fun of me for that, because a lot of people did that. Anyway, oh snap, we got another F tier. Me. Honestly, the only good thing I can say about this anime is it's a really good. A joke someone told me is it's a really good, the best first anime you can possibly see, because once you've seen the worst, there's nowhere to go but up. Pretty funny, right? It's not a joke. It's for real. All right, next anime. I'm not explaining myself. I'm sort of not like, guys. Come on, you already know why it's bad. Like, main character. Is it main character syndrome? I look at Mob Psycho and I think of main character syndrome. I don't think it's that, because he doesn't act like he is the main character, because he just is the main character. But you know, he gets everything without trying. It's Doogie. Now let's move on to Mob. Season 3 is out right now. Loving it. Just as good as the previous two so far. Of course, I say that. I think the season 2 is still the best, though. I'm putting it in S. Really strong. It's a really strong S, though. There we go. Oh, whoops. Oh, I could have did that the whole time. Are you kidding me? Whatever. But yeah, Mob Psycho, beautiful animation, story and plot, all that is pretty simple, but what it does with that simplicity is what counts, and it's absolutely immaculate. Definitely recommend you go watch it. It's an awesome anime. Will always recommend Mob Psycho 100. If you don't know, it's made with the same guy who made One Punch Man, or at least the manga is written by the same guy. So, you know, you get that humor, you get that goofy art style, except it's all the time with Mob Psycho and not just sometimes like it is in One Punch Man. So, you know, fun art style, I suppose. Overlord. It's Sword Art Online done right. You know, it's not taking itself seriously, and it's a funny, goofy anime. I skipped my favorite episode. I skipped the first time I watched through it because someone told me, it was like, did you see the episode where the guy, the crocodiles, they're playing patty cake, and Ainzul Gon just sees him on the camera, and I was like, no, what are you talking about? And then he shows me the episode. I was like, oh my gosh, I skipped that. How did I miss that? It's the funniest episode, bro. It's my favorite episode. It's funny episode. Yeah. Overlord, B tier. It's not the best thing in the world. It's not the worst though. Definitely better than. Alright, I think it's time I address the elephant in the room that I just skipped over. I haven't seen a single episode of One Piece. I did read some of the manga though. Really, it's only here because I always want to take the chance to take a dump on the most annoying fan base ever. One Piece, bro, the anime. Honestly, I'm not gonna say mid-piece. That joke's pretty overused. Instead, I'm gonna say mediocre piece. Yeah, that's a new joke that is pretty bad, to be honest. But you get the point. The anime. You know, One Piece. I see some stuff that I sounds like I would really like. Like I think his name is Usopp. He's like having an argument with the rest of the crew about keeping the ship. That sounds goofy on paper, but somehow the guy who described it made it sound like one of the best things ever in the series, bro. It sounded pretty cool and like something I would want to be invested in, but yeah, no, definitely not through the anime, that's for sure. Yeah, One Piece fans are just annoying, man. What can I say? They put me off from the anime every time they recommend it. Like, if I were to get into One Piece, which there's the possibility, I can't say I won't ever do it, but I've tried before. But if I were to, it would be the manga. Definitely be the manga. Do not talk to anime niggas. They're bad. Like, bro, how you... Oda, this dude, freaking... He said once that if you wanted to write for One Piece, you had to be willing to die for it, bro. Like, that's psycho. That's hardcore. I respect the mess out of it, too. He also, the flashbacks, whenever there's a flashback in the manga, he doesn't copy and paste the picture with lines over it like other mangaka do. He takes the time to draw a whole new image because he says he wants to give his readers what they paid for. Bro, if that's not the most respectable mangaka I've ever heard of, like, dude, how can you watch the anime when the freaking mangaka is such a mad lad? Taking notes from Nux Taku over here. She's the word mad lad like that. Like, dude, there's no other word to describe him. He's absolutely respectable. He's amazing. He's amazing. He sounds like an amazing person. Like, dude, he's putting so much passion into your passion project. I respect the hell out of that. Personally, I respect the hell out of that. So if I were to get into One Piece, it would definitely be the manga. But yeah, no, fuck the anime. Anyway, Fate Stay Night. Oh, let me get the other one so I don't just sound like I'm hating. Where is it? I just saw. Oh, there it is. And Fate Zero. All right, we got the good and the bad. Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. If you know about the series, I'm pretty sure you already know which one I'm about to hate on. Fate Stay Night put me off from the series for years. With one episode. I'm not ashamed to admit that either because literally the first episode is 45 minutes of pure talking. It is the most boring, dragging thing ever. And normally it's okay with the exposition, but they don't exposition. They just talk about it like you already know what they're talking about. And while you might say, "Oh, but it's a prequel. You should have just watched it after the original." Bro, I was told to watch that before Fate Zero just because it's the first one that happens. But bro, I had no idea what was going on, and they didn't bother explaining it the whole time. So I said screw it, and I just left the whole franchise for years until I came across Fate Zero, and it just finally took the time to watch it, and it's really good. It's really good. I'm not finished with it yet, but it's really good so far. Yeah, watch Fate. If you're gonna get into Fate, watch Fate Zero first. It's really great. I'm not putting it in S tier though. I'm not finished with it, so maybe it's not fair, but you know what? I don't care. Some of the anime in here I haven't finished, and Fate Zero is one of them. Putting that in A. JoJo, I forgot about it again. I was thinking about the list earlier, and I forgot about JoJo then, and just forgot about it now. That's sad, because honestly, it's one of my favorite anime, bro. Like, to be completely honest. Make room, Hunter x Hunter and Bleach. Bro, JoJo, honestly, people would be hating on the first part because of how, I don't know, how safe it is, I guess. It's two Fists of the North Starry for some people, and I get that, but like, I honestly love it. It's great. The part 1, the part 6 parts, honestly, I feel like they get better with every part, except part 3. Some people, they just think it peaked at part 4, which I don't blame them. Part 4 is the only one that got a spinoff with the best character in the show, Ronhan Kishibe. So yeah, I can't blame them for liking part 4 so much, but I gotta say, I think they get better with every part. Part 6 is my favorite right now. It's the part that's out. I'm sure part 7 will be my favorite. I'm watching the anime, by the way, only. I'm sure part 7 will be my favorite part when it comes out, because I've heard nothing but praise, except from one person, but aside from him, I've heard nothing but praise about it. So, can't wait for part 6 to finish. Here it has the best ending, and can't wait for part 7 to start. Great series. If you can't get into it, I don't even blame you, because it is really weird. It's bizarre, huh? Bet you were waiting for that pun, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, we got Berserk now. Gonna put that up here. Honestly, underrated. I had not read. Okay, no, I take that back. I read like half of the first arc, and I stopped reading it because the translation I was reading was absolutely horrible. So I fell off, and then I came back to this anime, and it's really freaking great. It's all on YouTube too. I like literally someone made a post on YouTube like. It was a meme post, and then I think he pinned his comment saying something like the whole series is on YouTube. It's in sub and dub too. Go watch it. So I went to watch it. It's absolutely great. It's absolutely great. I'm reading the manga now. Of course, I'm in the Golden Age arc, so I know everything that happens. Still gonna read it though. But yeah, that's what the anime covers. By the way, it's only the Golden Age arc, and the first episode is like an edit of the first chapter. I'm sorry, an edit of the beginning of the first chapter, because the chapters at the beginning of Berserk are kind of like volumes, basically. So honestly, if you want to get into Berserk, I would still recommend the anime. Like, if you want to, obviously, I'd recommend the manga, but the anime is absolutely great and underrated. People just group them all together as bad sometimes, and I feel like that's a shame because the old one that gives Berserk the respect it deserves. Absolutely fantastic. Speaking of absolutely fantastic, the One Punch Man. All right, my favorite manga, by the way. Yes, even above Berserk. But that's probably only because I'm like just starting the. I'm only in the Golden Age arc right now, and I already know what happens. So like, yeah, that's probably why. But One Punch Man, honestly, what tier did I? Okay, yeah, One Punch Man is A tier because the animation is immaculate in the first season. But in the second season, it's pretty doo doo. I think it was made by the same studio that animated Prison School, which works for that because it's goofy and not serious. But for an action show like One Punch Man, nah, bro. You need the best for that. Can't be cutting corners like that in an animation studio be doing. But yeah, the story is really good in season 2, and it did a fantastic job at getting me into the manga because after it ended, all I wanted was more One Punch Man. And of course, in recent manga chapters, you have like the best fighting manga with Garo. Let me not. Well, you know what's gonna happen at some point. Garo and Saitama. So yeah, great. Let's go to something just as great. Yeah, Chainsaw Man. I remember reading the manga for this back in sophomore year of high school, bro. I think it was sophomore year. Dude, this anime so far, Mappa is really showing what they can do with these new anime, bro. Cause like, dude, if you've seen Chainsaw Man, you know what I'm talking about. It's, whew, it goes hard, bro. It goes hard. I don't know if I want to put it in S. Nah, I'm gonna put it bottom of S tier. It's cool. Yeah, it goes hard, bro. If you haven't seen it, ooh. You haven't read it? Why did you read it, man? Now the anime's out and you late to the party. Now they got part 2 in the manga now. Like, come on, man. Get it together. Alright. Oh, boy. Now I gotta hate on some anime. Ooh. I was trying to hold off on this part. First of all, Trigun. I do agree. He does drip clean. I mean, dress clean. But the anime itself is kind of boo-boo, not gonna lie. It's not Sword Art Online or Akame Got Killed Bad, but I don't know, man. Okay, so the first time I tried to get into it, I found out that I could literally feel like I just wasted my time with the first 5, count 'em, 5 episodes. And it turns out they were all filler, well, except the 5th one, because they literally just addressed the same exact story beat 5 episodes in a row, and that pissed me off. Like, I looked it up. They don't go based off of manga, so technically most all of it is filler, but that's besides the point I'm trying to make. First 5 episodes literally just the same thing, and the manga only took once for that girl to accept that blonde dude is Vash the Stampede. It took her 5 in the anime, and that was really annoying. So yeah, I started watching it again. Still haven't finished it. Don't even know if I will anymore. There's this episode. I think the last episode I watched was like Vash on this ship or train or whatever, and his gang takes over, and he threatens the conductor. And there's this kid involved with something with the gang, and Vash saves the day, and they wear these one-piece ass clothing. So like, that's the thing. It's not that good, bro. It's really not that good. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, dude. It's better than GT, but like, it's not that good. And I honestly don't understand how people got into it like they did. Like, if you can explain to me what the appeal of it is and why everyone loves it so much besides the drip, please do in the comments below. Thank you. Alright, what we got next? Kill la Kill? Oh, y'all gonna hate me for this one. Ooh, nah. It's overrated. Not much else. Not much else. It's overrated. I don't really want to get into it because I feel like I'm just gonna get in trouble with people if I get into it. So I'm gonna just say it's overrated. If you don't think it's overrated, whatever. Keep thinking what you think, bro. I'm gonna keep thinking what I think. Alright, next we got Naruto live action movie. It hasn't come out yet, it hasn't even been announced, but as you can see by this poster, it's gonna be absolutely doogie. It's not an actual poster, it's a joke, but you get the joke. I'm putting it in an F, because I know it's gonna be bad. Alright, what we got next? Anime House? Ooh, yeah, Anime House is actually really good, like, honestly. One of the best anime ever. Definitely recommend. South Park. South Park. We all know South Park is the best anime ever. Come on, bro. Even above Kirby right back at ya. It's the best anime ever. Come on, man. What we got next? What we got next, man? Oh, that's it. If I missed one, let me know. I don't think I didn't miss any. But if I did, let me know. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, more than likely, in a video. Hey, what's up, guys? Turns out I forgot there's an Animax scene. Hold on, I gotta get to the page. There we are. Mermaid Melody. This, I don't remember jack shit about. I made a bet with someone. Not really a bet. I told them if I watched this and they'd watch Hunter x Hunter. She ended up watching it. I don't really think I needed to watch this though for her to watch it though. So like, you know, oh, this tier list is messed up. Yeah, I'll just put an S. And always remember to stay ambitious.